So here we have is gold. Quick analysis on gold. This is the 4-hour time frame. Now, for me, I'll be honest with you, I would love for this zone to be tested. I would love for gold to come down while everyone thinks we're going up, come down and actually retest 51 or anywhere along this trend line here. That will be perfect for me. But look, short-term trade that I'm looking at right now is on the hourly. Let's actually have a look at the situation. So the gap has been filled. Everybody thought what's gonna happen. In my last video, I basically explained that, look, I don't expect my 5300 to even hold, because I was looking for a short around this zone, back down to the trend line, but that's not going to be the case. Now, after that, it did come down a bit to close the gap a bit further. I knew that we needed a full-blown close for there to be any sort of significant rally to the upside. We went up, we've come down, and this is what I'm looking at. This is exactly what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at this. This is exactly what I'm looking at. If I can get maybe a retest, and I'll be in on 300. My stop's just below these, so a 200 pip stop, and then I could aim around here. Is a good ratio, 4 times the risk. I'll be happy to take that trade all day long. Let's just go down to the 5 minutes and actually see. As soon as we tap into the 300, right now it's 5:35 in London. As soon as we tap into the 300 again, it's funny that, because I wanted that area, that price, to actually take a short. Now I'm looking at this price to take a long. Look, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it. However, when is this actually closes in 20 minutes? Yeah, it closes in 20 minutes. This candle here, this 4-hour candle. Sorry, I've got a bit of a close, a cold. But look, let me do something that a lot of people probably don't know about. I got a little strategy called to fill in the wicks, which I'm going to talk about another time. But it normally means when there's a 4-hour candle and it retraces 50%, leaving a long bearish wick, and there's a red candle, bearish candle, normally what tends to happen, this wick will be filled. Now, unless we close up there in the next 20 minutes, then I might reposition. But then again, my setup might come. If it comes here, then I'm going to take a long, and it will need to pass the 50% of the 4-hour candlestick that I just showed you. This 4-hour, if I was to take a long now, it will need to close above 50% of this candle. If it doesn't, if it comes in now, my entry, and it doesn't close in the next 20 minutes, I'm out of the trade. Back to the chart. So that's what it looks like on the daily. It's such a shame, because I called this top exact, but I wasn't making videos at the time, so you're just gonna have to wait for me to show that I can call the exact tops for you guys to be like, oh, okay, he knows what he's talking about. That's in the past now, no point talking about that. But I would love to see. So you got 1, 2, 3. I would love to see a 4th bounce. Do I think it's going to happen? I'm not too sure. But if it does, I am holding on until we reach a good number. Now let's just actually see something. Am I going crazy? Let's just say if we was to take this as a full leg, right? A swing. There you are, 50%. A 50% around here for Friday, March. Yeah, perhaps. Then lift off. That would be a perfect scenario for me, because everybody will be quite confused, because everybody's thinking that we're going to basically just, you know, full pulp, like all the way to like 6,000. Like bank. Nah, I'm not too sure about that one there. I'm not too sure about that. I'll be real. I don't think that's happening. It's most likely to happen, to be fair. I'm probably going against the grain by saying that. But I do think if we do retrace back to revisit these highs here, I do think we're going to come a bit lower. I don't know why, but the market, you know, sometimes, and feelings, right? It's not a technical analysis, it's not an indication, but when you've been trading the market for a long time and you see these sort of patterns or these sort of news that come out, you kind of understand that it's not always the basic 101 economics playbook that plays out. And the basic economics playbook would be, you know, there's a war, safe haven, gold, but look, the price is actually down to where it opened. So there you have it. Back to I do think we're going to reach up here. I do. At this point, I'm so tempted to just go in and then put my stops around here. Go in now. What's that? Is it change? Still 4. Look, if I miss it, I miss it. That's my trade. 5,300. And we'll see. Over and out. Markets made so simple. I'm going to have a lot of education coming out regarding fair value gap, price action, everything. So stay tuned.